as long as I can remember, I only knew that I have to do law. That I had this thing in my mind, like which is a good university. I was speaking to them. They are prestigious one, which are national law schools. And he told me that there is an exam called CLAT and you should start preparing for that. But obviously that was too early to start for that. Patriarchy remains a very, very crucial concept in my life because I was brought up in a village itself, and you keep on juggling with the your seniors' attention and everybody else's attention who doesn't even recognize your presence. So that hurts, actually. That hurts really bad. Just something erupted at the time of CLAT, and then in April 2020, my great-grandfather, who I was really attached to, he passed away. So then it was again a very big setback. So I remembered this thing. I had this conversation with him in the second year. At that time, I just didn't give much notice because I never felt the need for it. So I went and talked to him and he told me everything about LawSikho, and that's when I decided, okay. So my parents, they are kind of well-educated, and they gave me the thumbs up and I went for it. And I'm very happy, I'm very content. But ultimately, after 10 days, I believe it was on 8th of March actually, I was handed over my first work. Like, I had to review a shareholder agreement, and I was like, what is this? So she was like, no, you are going to do it and we are there for you, and so start working on it right away. I was working on my laptop, but suddenly I just felt an urge to check my mail, and there it was like, congratulations, your work is accepted by the client and you are eligible for the payment. And yeah, that self-doubt faded away for good. You know, I got a work, then I got another work after 15 days, then I got another work. So it just kept on rising and rising. As of now, I work with more than 40 clients internationally. You know, when you work, you get that confidence. I just graduated from National Law University Lucknow last month, and as of now I'm planning to transition into the Punjab and Haryana High Court. So I'm awaiting my results, and then I'll go with the process of license and everything, and then boom, High Court. Okay, so as long as I can remember, I only knew that I have to do law. Like, probably from around 8th or 9th standard, I had this thing in my mind. Then I spoke to one of my teachers that this is my aim and what should I go for it, like which is a good university. I was speaking to them. I told them that I've heard about Delhi University, but he was like, okay, but there are other options. And then he had some internet and he searched about it, and we got to know that there are prestigious one, which are national law schools, and I should apply for that. And he told me that there is an exam called CLAT and you should start preparing for that. But obviously that was too early to start for that. I start preparing for that in my 11th standard. But yeah, patriarchy remains a very, very crucial concept in my life because I was actually born into a village, and I have brought up in a village itself, and they were like very sincere girl, and I was never a sincere girl. I was like really loud, really outspoken. I used to be very close to my great-grandfather, so wherever he used to go, I used to accompany him. So people used to object that, no, Ranjit ji, why are you having bachche ko saath mein, ladki ko saath mein kyun? And like, I used to handle my great-grandfather's finances. Along with us, who live with us, they are also landlords. So, you know, land disputes is a very common thing in Haryana. And I know there used to be something related to the court and police. And that's how I was introduced to this very concept of law. Okay, so my parents, they are kind of well-educated. They love, reading and everything. My mom, she's really well-educated. My father, he personally loves reading books and all. So once I told them, they were like, okay, shoot it, like go for it, you have to. We believe that you can do this thing, and they said that just even though you are not first generation lawyer, law seems to be something very intrinsic to you. So yeah, you are a good fit. And they gave me the thumbs up and I went for it. I always knew that the Punjab and Haryana High Court is the place I want to see myself in future, and that's why all my internships have been from the Punjab and Haryana High Court as well. Because else you will obviously have that bout of low self-esteem and inferiority complex if you keep on juggling with the your seniors' attention and everybody else's attention who doesn't even recognize your presence. So that hurts, actually. That hurts really bad. Sometimes I'm very confident about myself, but the other time I just feel like, oh my God, I'm not good for it. I'm not good enough for anything. So yeah, like I have this conflicting emotions inside me, and that's just something erupted at the time of CLAT. And then in April 2020, my great-grandfather, who I was really attached to, he passed away. So then it was again a very big setback. So you have to first survive to succeed, and the survival is the only toughest stage you have to clear. Once you survive, nothing is going to stop your success. And the biggest hurdle that I feel comes is the very hurdle of the financial independence. You are not financially independent there. You run from there, here and there all the time, and you are barely get paid 5-10 thousands a month. That's hell meager job. Like it's really meager, and it's really miserable for the person who is getting it. So I was very sure that this is not the kind of life I deserve, and this is not what I want from my life, and I need to change something. I don't know what. I just had this determination the moment I left High Court in my third year, or like that was the last internship I did there, and I knew, no, I'm not coming back unless and until I just get something that I want for myself, and which is, yeah. So I just left it. At the end of my third year, I had that internship, and I was really unsatisfied. I was really in a bad phase after realizing that it's not easy. It's just not easy successing here. It's kind of impossible for me to survive there. So I remembered this thing. I had this conversation with him in the second year. At that time, I just didn't give much notice because I never felt the need for it. But in my fourth year, I was sure like I need to go back and talk to that senior who was now in his final year. So I went and talked to him, and he told me everything about LawSikho, and that's when I decided, okay, it sounds really good. And apart from that, one of a family friends of ours, and he was like a really successful person as well. He also used to work, like he was also in touch with LawSikho. He used to do law freelancing, and he was probably a friend of Abhyuday itself. So that's when I actually he put this thing into my mind that Chitra, if you really want to build a career in litigation, and if you really want to survive, you need to find a way. And I firmly think that LawSikho is the way. If fees is a matter, I'll pay it for you and everything. But you just go for it. You contact those people, find out more if you want to, and shoot it, like go for it. And yeah, I went for it, and I'm very happy. I'm very content. And after that, they came with the solution. Okay, this international contract drafting course along with the US paralegal courses and advanced contract drafting is something you should go for it. And we firmly believe it's going to help you a lot. And I was like, if you believe in it, okay, I have verified you from 2 very verified sources, so I'm okay with it. I'll go for these courses only. And yeah, I persuaded those courses. Even though it's kind of looks very difficult for a girl to acquire work in the courtroom scenarios, it's easier, comparatively easier in international markets, and we are there to support you. And but like they were just kind of pacifying words for me, I thought. But ultimately, after 10 days, I believe it was on 8th of March actually, I was handed over my first work. Like I had to review a shareholder agreement, and I was like, what is this? I can't do this. Like, take it back, take it back. So she was like, no, you are going to do it, and we are there for you. And so start working on it right away. And if you have any doubts, you just contact us. And I had a lot of doubts. I contacted them like 10 times. I was working on my laptop, but suddenly I just felt an urge to check my mail, and there it was like, congratulations, your work is accepted by the client, and you're eligible for the payment. And yeah, that self-doubt faded away for good. Recognizing the very fact that such kind of market of drafting exists at international level, and it pays you so well, and it's such a huge market, it came as a shock for me. The moment I just start digging in, I got to know it's a huge market and the profit is huge. And I don't know why other law students are not diving into this arena. Everybody should go for it. Like, it's a huge market and it pays you really well. And that is the one thing I would have never known if LawSikho wouldn't have existed in my life. It's my course anchor. It's a team in the LawSikho. They told me about this very market that we can go and procure work from. I got a work, then I got another work after 15 days, then I got another work. So it just kept on rising and rising. And I got my first big work in October last year, where I was paid over $500, which is a very huge amount for me. It's really huge because my father initially was very skeptical about this very concept of LawSikho. He was like, how is this even possible? Why would Americans or Europeans would come to you to get their work? Like, do you know their standards? And look at you all people, they don't have reasons to come to you. But I told them no, they will come back, they will come to us only. From the placement teams of LawSikho itself, I spoke to Vishal, who guided me through this job. He took my mock interviews, and subsequently it was a win-win situation. We finally got that job. Yes, so I worked with a US-based law firm in Missouri, and I actually dealt with probate cases in personal injury law. Yeah, it was like within, I think I joined the course on 24th of February and I got it on the 8th of March. It was pretty quick for me. Like I never knew about this concept of freelancing. I was introduced into this concept by LawSikho and life changed. I never had that confidence in myself, but like, yeah, working with so many of international clients. As of now, I worked with more than 40 clients internationally. You know, when you work, you get that confidence. Working as a US paralegal in itself was very challenging for me because the timings have been really tight. Like it used to be from 7 p.m. in the evening to 3 a.m. in the morning, and like I'm a very morning person, like I'm very religious person. I had a schedule that I have to wake up early, I have to do my puja and everything. So that was completely disrupted in this course of my work. So my core expertise lies in the contract drafting. I have drafted wide varieties of contracts ranging from franchisee agreements to employment agreements, even to the privacy policies and the terms and conditions. So that's my niche. Apart from that, my litigation and practice niche lies in civil litigation, service matters, personal injury, immigration law, and some criminal law as well. We underestimated you. We never knew you would be delivering such high quality work, and like I'm so amazed. And from now onwards, you will be doing all our work. You will be doing all our contracts. That's what one of my clients told me. The coming 6 months, I'm focusing completely on freelance only. I'm looking for US paralegal options only because they are like quite thriving and prospering in long run. And once I feel like I'm well settled, I'm planning to transition into the Punjab and Haryana High Court as a practitioner. I think I can't even remember when I was sure I had to do litigation, but like from the very starting, I knew that I have to do litigation. I have a lot of emotional attachment to my village. So I'm very attached to my village. I'm very attached to my lands. I'm very attached to my farms. Yeah. I have been doing a fellowship for since last 1 year, and that's how I got this opportunity to travel to Europe for that. Actually, my project is yet in the conceptual state, and it's Dhara Poshan. My sister is the co-founder in that. Like it's nothing on paper as of now. We are on the conceptual idea stage only. So it's Dhara Poshan, nourishing the Mother Earth. So it's a project where we have organic farms. We will be building organic farms, producing organic crops, something very away from the chemical pesticides and fertilizers. The trend is as of now, like I would say many of the parents are reaching out to me that asking me to please guide our kids, please guide, and mostly they are girls only. And, you know, she said for this competition she got the first prize, beta, and we are telling her that you have to become like Didi, and then they hand over the call to their daughter, and she speaks to me. She tells me, Didi, you will guide me. I want to become like you and everything. So yeah, we all can be independent. At least we can all claim our freedom. That's how we are to get into that only. See, I feel really happy actually, but now the tables have turned. Whatever I speak, everybody listens to that very carefully, and I think they take note of that too.